Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. So there's been a little bit of a discussion on my channel, and it triggered the last two videos in a good way. And it's really, I remembered something that is going to explain why I always put up destroying narcissist, okay, and why we need to fight back or stand up for ourselves, be firm, that kind of stuff. So you hear a lot of people like, oh no, just back away slowly, okay. And, all we can do is be compassionate because otherwise we're going to be a narcissist. That's just total BS. So here's the deal. I didn't know what narcissist was until about 4 or 5 years ago, like really know, like, oh, that's what's been going on in my life, right? And so then people, like, you'd see YouTube videos about, like, why did the narcissist stop coming back? Like, what happened? And, hold on. Okay, so first of all, I began to learn what a narcissist was and how to recognize them and be like, oh shit. And so then I started recognizing in my past, like, oh Jesus, that's exactly what it was. And there was one person in my life that was absolutely had all the signs, 100% of the signs in it, and beyond a shadow of a doubt, that person was a narcissist. So this was one of the very typical thing where they just kept hoovering, kept coming back when they would cry what they call alligator tears, which means fake tears. Now at the time, I used to say that all the time, she'd cry alligator tears, not realizing that meant fake tears, but man, she could pour on the waterworks, right? And I would always feel sorry for her and I would take her back. And then she would take me through the whole, the love bombing, the devaluing, just like, it's like cycle through this damn thing, right? Now, as I look back, I know exactly what it is. Now, at the time, I just was like, what in the hell is going on? So, long story short, I literally had to move away because I couldn't say no to her, especially when she started crying like that. But I was like, man, she never changes. She says she did, or she's gonna, she even went to therapy about 3 times, and it's just an illusion. The whole thing, like, oh, I'm trying to change, I'm going to therapy. Well, no, it was just because they only went, like, I think it was 3 times and they just completely stopped. Alright, so here's what happened. I reflected back. Now, this was about 2 years or maybe even 3 years ago when I was really diving into, like, learning every little thing I could, right? Which I'm sure a lot of you guys have done. Is because you want to see all the signs, you want to catch it right away. And the one thing I couldn't figure out at first was, I don't understand, like, why did she stop? Like, what happened? What changed? Because one thing people were saying is, like, they never stop. They will come back 6 months, a year later. And she would come back 2 months later, 3 months later. And it was relentless. Okay, so here's the deal. I did something, and I'm not going to say what it was. But I did something that absolutely upset her. Like, it hurt her and it shamed her publicly. It really. So here's what happened. Like, she set me up. So I move away. She quits her job. She moves over here about 2 or 3 months later. I don't remember exactly when. And she just, alligator tears. And, oh, I live right around the hill from you. I'm like, what? Like, oh my God. Like, this nightmare's never going to end. And like the empath I am, I felt sorry for her, and she would cry, and I would let her back in the door, and she was, I'm going to convince you that I'm in love with you, and I'm ready, and all this bullshit. So then she, as usual, pulled the rug out from underneath me, and it was kind of like the final thing. Like, I literally fucking moved away, and like, you came back into my life to pull this bullshit on me. Now watch this. So essentially, it really, it was like, that's it. I was just done. And this is really what helps you snap out of narcissist abuse. You just get to a point where you're done. It's over. It's like you take off the gloves. You're done being nice. You're done coddling them, and you just do something that they would never see. Here's the thing. Here's what you have to understand. because narcissists are so narrow-minded, they can't see the bigger picture. Since you've been nice to them, they're like, oh, well, it's like they look at you almost like you're a machine, and this is what this machine does. This is what this robot does. In a million years, they couldn't fathom that you would actually do something outside of what you've always done. They have a really limited scope on understanding people and things in general. So basically what happened was I fucking snapped. I was like, that's it. And I did something rash. And the funny thing here's the weird part about it. I've never done something like this in my entire life. Just would never do that. It was like, nope, I held myself to a higher standard. But this was this was like, what she did was just so fucking wrong. And this had gone on for 8 years, and it was just like she crossed the line of all lines of all lines. It was just like, nope, that's it. And I fought back is basically what happened. Now, here's the deal. She never so much as called. Never came back. Absolutely nothing. Now, let me tell you something about people that may be on my channel that are saying, oh, you know, all we can do is be compassionate and be victims. That's a narcissist, okay? When you listen to people who come on the channel, they're probably in the feel sorry for me, I want attention. Not most of them, but the few. Because it's like, okay, like one person had said, oh, my mother was a narcissist, but they'd never abused me. And you're kind of like, let's see here. Do you have any clue what you just said? Like, your mother's a narcissist, but she never abused you ever? Really? She's probably not a narcissist. Alright, so I have a point in adding that in right there, and what I'm going to say right now. So then you get the people that say, back away slowly, just kind of sneak away, don't let them know that you've uncovered their mask. Well, let me tell you something. In the past, I've done this whole kindness, compassionate, gotta be nice in return to their destroying your life and physically damaging you, poisoning you, you know, doing horrendous things to you. So let's just take this one, you know, ex of mine, where I was all of that to her for 8 years, and it never stopped. It never, ever, ever stopped. That whole... And here's the thing, this wasn't the only person. I've dealt with this my entire life with tons of people. And I did that nice thing with everyone. And let me tell you something, all it does is it makes them more aggressive towards you, because the way a narcissist mind is like, oh, this is a weak person, so I can walk all over them. Not only that, but they think that you are they think that you are their slave, that you are beneath them, and that you have accepted this position in life, and therefore they can just treat you like total ass crap and get away with it, and they don't give a shit. So with this other person, a guy who I could easily kick the living shit out of. Okay, you guys have heard my credentials: boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, football, martial arts since I was 4, and on and on and on. Airborne infantry, the whole 9 yards, right? I am a fucking fighter and a warrior. But because I was nice to this person, the illusion that developed in their brain was that, oh, I'm just this pushover, I'm this weak person. And when I realized they viewed me in that light, I'm like, oh, I see how it is. And it was like, and I literally said to them, I go, all right, man, game on. And their eyes popped up and like, what? Like, oh, fuck. Like, yep, game on, brother. So with the last narcissist, I realized that by being nice to them and trying to be compassionate and understanding, it just made them more aggressive towards me. And when I flipped the switch and said, boom, I'm done, this fucked, and then they were like, oh shit, and they backed off. And I've never had to deal with them again. And that's the thing. I learned that when you get really aggressive towards them and you just don't give a shit, you're like, nope, I'm done playing the nice guy, and you just flip the switch, that's when they're like, okay, I'm done, I'm not coming around no more. That whole idea of being this nice, compassionate being and back away slowly, that is a load of shit. That only makes them more confident and more aggressive, and they see you as this victim, as this very weak person that they can just walk all over. And they will. So when I say destroy a narcissist, I mean destroy the idea in their fucking head that you're just this weak person that they can walk all over, that they can abuse, that they can terrorize, that they can harass. It's like, no, nope, I'm fighting back. The thing with my narcissist is it's like they're playing this game and they think you are too. They're like, yeah, man, I'm winning. And then when I realized I was like in this game that I wasn't aware of, and then I started fighting back, they were like, holy shit, what the fuck is this? Yeah, bro, I'm a warrior. So it catches them off guard when you fight back, because they think you are fighting back when you're not. When you're not, you don't even know you're playing this damn game. So when you do fight back, it just like rips the lid off their eyelids, and it's like they see reality. They're going, holy shit, I bit off way too much to handle. So here's what I learned. The whole idea of being loving and compassionate when they abuse you, it just makes them more aggressive. When you fight back, when you hit them where it hurts, and I'm going to give you a couple ideas, that's when they're like, oh shit, they're not playing. And that's the message you got to get across. Like, I'm done playing. I'm not doing this nice tit for tat thing here. No, this is war. You wanted war? Well, here it comes. You do that, and they'll back off. They will stop. And if they don't, then do it 10 times harder the next time and keep increasing it. So here's the other thing. When they know that you have completely cut them off and you are absolutely done with them, and see, here's how they know. When everything I just said, everything I said prior to this right here, they're like, oh shit, they're not playing anymore. It's like, nope, not at all. I'm not going to give you any compassion. I'm not going to give you any love, any attention, anything. I'm done. So here's the deal. If all they're going to get is aggressiveness, shame, you're going to hurt them emotionally, you're going to tell people publicly, you're going to hurt them, shame them publicly. If that's all they're going to get is pain and suffering and public shame and embarrassment, like, dude, I'm out of here. Because if they're not getting their narcissistic supply, it's like, why would I be here? And that is what you have to understand. That's what I mean by destroy the narcissist. Everything I said before this is really this. You've got to send that message so clear that you're getting zero compassion from me, because this is what they need. It's like they need their mommy. They need someone who will overlook everything they do wrong and love them and nurture them and be kind to them and all that bullshit. So when you go full stop on all of that stuff, that's when they're like, oh, well, there's literally no reason to come back to this person, because all I'm going to get is this cold freaking wall of China with aggressiveness behind it. Okay. So it's that cold wall of China. We just like, nope. If they call you, boom, you just hang up and you just continue to do it. Delete their messages. If you're suddenly getting text messages from random people, it's them. They're using these fake Google numbers. They're acting like they're someone else. Oh, I'm sorry. Do I know you? Or, oh, I thought this must have been my friend's old number. All the bullshit. That's them. They're trying to get any kind of source from you. You just delete. You don't even respond. Don't say, no, you got the wrong number. Don't even do that. Delete, 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 delete. And they're going to be like, damn, they're giving me no love. You literally just go stone cold on them. Okay? If they keep coming back, go to the police. Get a restraining order. You're not playing games. You're done with them. Make it really clear. When you finally realize, number one, they will never, ever change. They're always going to hurt you really bad to the point of destroying you. Number three, they need you to be sensitive to them, to love them, to be compassionate. When you realize that's what they need and all you do is stab them with emotional pain, they will never come back again once they realize, oh, that's over, it's gone. Hey, this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. Remember, click subscribe, click that like button, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you guys. Enjoy your lives.